Hey, what is going on, you guys? And it is great to be back. I've not done a video in a little bit, but here we go. I got this crazy deck, and I absolutely forgot to save some of the battles because I went and did a tournament to see how I could place in it. I got the 10th spot with it on a bait deck, but guys, I was using this deck on the last day. The last day trying to hit 5,000. This deck was crazy. I was at like maybe 4,800. And then I logged in and I played against my boy Simmergen. This is not bashing him at all. Great player. I mean, awesome. Let's just go on ahead and get into it. This is a complete bait deck. I absolutely love bait decks. I actually got to a personal best, I believe, last season just with a different bait deck. But the only thing we're trying to do here is see what he's got in Zap. But man, this is a deck that's being highly used. Props out to my boy Oregon Beaver for coming up with this deck. I'm not sure how much credit he's getting for this, but man, the guy is awesome. I've known him, and me and him used to be the highest level 11s in the world. Love the guy, absolutely great player. So we don't have a lot to take out of Pump there, so I went ahead and just threw that Goblin Barrel out there just to kind of see where we're standing. He put down his Knight and Archers. Now we see the Barbs. And now we already know what the deck is. So this game is a lot like poker. Trying to figure out what you are. But hey guys, this is why this deck is working. And this is why stuff like this works. And it pays to create your own deck. Not to mention, it makes you feel really good when you do win. Especially when you get a personal best out of it. Of something that you created. And you're breaking the meta out of all these people that just copy the decks. I get why you copy decks, and I'm not saying I don't play them, because guess what? I play with all the decks. I just want to see what it's all about. I want to see how I break it down, see how it plays, how to line up, how to do the push, you know, and see if we can do it. Doesn't mean I enjoy it, though. I mean, I always enjoy the win, but sure, why not? Give it a go. You know, it's always good to play all the meta decks. See, I got my Sparky here, and I'm kind of holding off for his Barbs, because I know he's going to put that with the Hog and try to get the freeze in. So we're just kind of waiting. He's going to go ahead and put those archers in the back. Whenever he puts the archers in the back, we know what is going to be coming in front of it. We've got Barbs or the Hog or a Knight. I do not recommend poisoning the Sparky, but I guess he thought that was a great idea. He's trying to get down a freeze here, but we did get a blast off of the Hog. Simmergen, my man, is just shocked that he is seeing right now what I got a Sparky. Because guess what? Who uses Sparky? Nobody uses Sparky in the top 200. You are crazy. I mean, that's why he was just blown away. Like, really, dude? You're Sparky? It's like, it's boss man really bringing out the Sparky? Sparky got heck a lot of the damage in there. Great value. And now we're feeling good. He just put his poison down. We have a minion horde. We got a barrel. You know, he doesn't have zap, so we're going to throw goblin barrels at him all day. You know he's going to have to keep pushing that lane, but if I was Simmergen at this point, and I see a Sparky here, you know what? I would probably push the other lane, just because that is a hefty push, and I try to put the Barbs on Sparky and just call that a loss. He's feeling a little adamant in here. I know that he knows that it's getting close to game here. He's got the Hog freeze. He did not get the proper placement there for the freeze, which is not optimal, and that was a good game. And this was also an easy deck to counter because I know what he has. This game is a lot like poker, guys. You're trying to figure out what your opponent has, what he's going to do, and his exact setup. And that's why it's also key to play these meta decks to figure out how he's going to do that. So Simmergen, my man, you got me to 49.50, I do believe, there to get me up on there. So yeah, anyway, I like to try and play different decks. It doesn't work 100% of the time. Some people just got your counters, like that Louse right there, man. He's got arrows, princess. I mean, we just did not have enough. I mean, it doesn't take much. Sometimes some of these people have like 4 or 5 of you counters on these bait decks, and you're just host. But hey guys, listen, I'm going to show you one more, and then we're going to get into the actual gameplay that got me to 5,000. And it's actually one of my favorite decks. We're going to go on ahead and feature a game against Bloody, another great player. Looks like he was a little low on his trophy count normally to where he was. I'm not sure exactly where he finished. Let's go on ahead and click. We'll do a little clan highlight. Alright, it's 637. Not bad. That's not, but he's normally a top 200 player. Not sure exactly what went on down there. But as you can see, this was the deck that got me into the 5,000. I love this deck. Give that credit to Rebel as well. I love giving credit where credit's due. I didn't get credit on some of these decks that I've made that some YouTubers have went out there and put. But we're going to go on ahead and showcase it. Alright. So this deck is all about pumping, and then it's just super cycling, man. But there's just so much cheap stuff in here that we're able to cycle and cycle and cycle. So literally, once you get enough pumps out, you can send a hog out almost every 15 seconds, which is absolutely insane. Just depends, but you still gotta play these smart. And whenever I see this, I've been playing some of the challenges with different decks. It seems like nobody's using the tombstone unless there is unless there's a lava out. It seems, you know, a little bit weird. So I'm still trying to fill him out. And that's kind of what the beginning part of the game is all about. Filling out your opponent, trying to figure out what they have, and what you have to counter and how you can push through it. So he has Rocket, and this is an old deck. This was a minor deck, gold deck that I even played for a little bit. That was a lot of fun. So I was expecting a minor here. But he actually switched it up a little bit, and then he put the hog in there. We got a zap in there, take care of those little things, and now we're going to just go on ahead and do some damage. That is almost a tower there, my good man. So, we do not, at this point, still expect that the hog is still here. We're still expecting a minor. Still a little weary about the pumps. We're going to put that mini packet down. They're going to kind of cancel each other out. We're going to have to, nope, they cancel each other out. JK. So, we're thinking pump here, but he's thinking about a hog. So it's kind of cool to go back and watch your replay to see kind of what their thought process is. I obviously haven't clicked it. I was ready to pump, and here comes his hog. But we waited for 10 elixir to put down the Inferno, which is key point. You want to have enough to be able to defend if you're going to pump. So that paid off well. Now we're in the positive elixir because that rocket pays 6, and that would cost 5 and did 0 damage. That's a negative elixir trade. He doesn't mind doing it because I think at this point he knows that he's kind of in a pinch, and he's definitely not ahead, so he doesn't want me completely running off with the game. So, I mean, if I had a rocket, I'd probably have done the same thing. He wasted a little bit of elixir there. It looked like he maybe wasted a whole elixir, but we did put our pump down on 10. We said, going ahead, buddy, we're going to put our pump down, and we're going to secure this win, and now he's given up. When you see Rocket on a tower towards the end of the game, he feels like he does not have a chance, and that is his chance. The deck that he's using is super defensive, and we're going to get one hog hit in there, and that's going to be enough for us to take down the tower. We got an Inferno already cycled back in here. We got a mini P.E.K.K.A. We're not afraid of a bowler. I mean, he's really not that strong. He's really just a good defensive card. Knock those big cards away. We got an Ice Spirit, and we give him a sad face because that's how we feel our Rockets. I mean, come on, they're scumbag and dirty, but we still like bloody. There's no really anything on there. But I bet he did not use Rocket after that. He's like, alright, dude, I'm giving up this Rocket. I believe that he should have been using Poison. Poison's just too good. But hey, you know what? I get BM when I use the Rocket, so hey, that's how it rolls. So we're gonna go into our last one. We're playing against Alzamir, I believe is his name. And the guy, man, he was featured on a TV yesterday, which is Sunday, the last day of the reset, and he lost. Like, he was at 49.64, but when he was on TV, he was like 100 something. So that means he had to have been in the 5,000s, because, like, I don't know. I feel bad for the guy. Tilting sucks. Let's check out his 251, dude. That guy was like 100 in the world. If he didn't even battle another game, he wouldn't have been on there. I actually went and joined his clan for a minute and told him to keep his head high. He's a great player. And I like this guy because he plays... This is his deck, guys. This is his deck. It's weird. It's crazy. It's like 4.9 elixir, but it really works for him. I remember the first time I ever played him, he like completely threw me off, and I think that was the only time he's ever beat me. But I know what he has, and that's kind of the key to victory in playing these games, is the switching it up. Check out Will Win. Will Win was using Oregon Beavers deck, made it popular. Now everybody's using the Barb's Poison Freeze deck. Because guess what? Will Win pushed it to like #1 in the world at one point, and he exploited that. I mean, these same old decks, people start to know what the counters are. They know what's coming. If they see a Valkyrie and a Musketeer, they know a Hog's coming behind. which is my favorite deck. And you know what? It's still hard to stop it. That's still one of the best decks in the game, even with the bowler and everything else in there. The miner is just real clutch. The bowler is not so much to be concerned with as long as you have Inferno. Inferno would just be melting everybody just like that. Even though we know he has still not an easy deck, but we're going to keep the pressure on him. We got some people cheering for us. We got somebody cheering for him. Hey! Got a few people cheering for him. I believe we had like 13 people doing this, which was kind of insane. I kind of enjoy that. I'm going ahead and drop the poison. Just slow everything down just so we can cycle and get to the Pekka. This deck is all about cycling. That was a terrible freeze. Come on, Vanilla Ice. Alright. Keep the pressure on here, guys, and this is clutch. You take the tower down with a Royal elixir. I mean, but he doesn't have any troops to stop it. This is a 4.9 elixir. It's a big deck. It's a 3-crown deck. I mean, this deck, if you get it rocking and rolling, it is hard to stop. Knowing he's got the freeze and knowing he's got the rocket, we put the pump in the center. But I see a lot of people doing that lately. I don't think that is the best placement for it. It is not a good placement unless you know they have a miner or they have a rocket. Everything else, you should be putting your pump next to the King Tower or in the corner. Especially if they have a pump, and sometimes they get a little crazy, you just want to let them have it and activate your King Tower. They'll go on ahead and smack it, and then they'll be sitting there shoveling. We put a little more Elixir skeletons down after we took care of the wizard. And we're going to a little distract the ice whiz there. We're going to take out the big guy versus the little guy, poison down those minions. We just have to play a little defense, and we are beating the game. You know why we were beating? They claimed beating the crap out of me the last few games we played. And you know what? It's the end of the season. He just got me to 5K. And I felt a little bad afterwards, and that's when I went to his plans and said, hey, bro, I know how bad it is to tilt, and maybe this made him tilt a little bit harder. Put a BM pump down and give him the cry face, but we're really appreciative. Thank you for the 5,000 turkeys. And you know what? I'm not always a jerk and don't always BM, but sometimes you got to. It's kind of why the game is. It inflicts emotions, and you know, it was a great game. Hats off to you, sir. GG. It's all good fun. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it. The big deck that pushed me over. But the bait deck got me to 49.50 with a Sparky. Seriously, a Sparky, guys. Bait deck Sparky. I wish I could show you all the replays on there, but I mean, I was killing it with the Sparky. It was awesome. I killed a few Three Musketeer decks. They had the Three Musketeers on the P.E.K.K.A. It was absolutely insane. It was so much fun. The last day is always so stressful. I make some crazy bait decks, just throw them out there. It throws people off, but you can't do the same bait deck. Like last season I did the Skarmy and the Minion Horde and a Miner, and it was just kind of all over the place. This time I put the Sparky in there. There's all these giant meta decks in here. It was great. It works out. Have fun with the game. Don't let this game get you down. Don't get mad. Don't break any iPads. Don't break any iPhones. And if you feel like you want to, you can just go on ahead and donate those to us. We don't care. We'll put them to a good cause. Anyway, thank you guys so much. See you in the next video. And I hope, I don't mean I hope, I mean that I am going to start putting out more videos at least once a week. I'm not an everyday YouTuber, but hey, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.